Welcome, boomers, zoomers, millennials, Gen Xers. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody is welcome. Step on in. Have a seat. Bring your coffee if you want. Please don't spill it. Put your pants on. Buckle up. It's Friday. And we're going to be taking you to the couch here in just a little bit. Rex is on his way. Running late. Logan Luce this morning. This guy is so excited. He's going to be joining us here in just a second. All worked up about what's going on in the NFL. And Logan's going to be with you tomorrow morning at around 10 o'clock right here where you are now, to recap all football, all NFL stuff from last weekend. And he'll be getting you set up and pumped up. Not that you need any help in doing so, but to get you ready for Sunday's matchup with the Ravens and Kansas City. It's going to be a great game. How could it possibly not be? Happy birthday today to Caden Fisher, Daniel Rollins, Kate Latz, Tammy Collins, Amlin Thurber, and Greg Fassett. Did I get them all? I think Greg's birthday was yesterday, actually. But yes, Glenn. Spot on time. And ready to go. Welcome to the beginning of the weekend. Welcome to the Aired Out podcast from Fly on the Wall Productions. Live on Facebook and YouTube, everywhere you get your podcasts, and streamed live. As always, on the web, airedoutvt.com. Have you been on the site? Have you checked it out? Have a look. Weather from NBC, Channel 5. 63 right now in Barrie. Today we're looking at partly sunny skies and 75. Man, was it nice to see the river back up in my backyard yesterday. Mother Nature, thank you for the rain. Beautiful day today. Yes, partly sunny, 75 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy and 50. Tomorrow, Saturday, partly cloudy, 73. We'll take it. That's gorgeous. That's perfect. And then Sunday, right back to summer. Hopefully you didn't put your shorts away for the year. Sunshine and 80 degrees to finish out the weekend. Daily dose of feel good this morning. Yes, I have it for you. Yes, I'm going to talk about it. Yes, we're going to start out on a positive note this morning. But Logan Luce with the Athletics podcast last night.
Good morning, JD.
Yeah, good morning.
Last night's matchup was electrifying. The Cardinals attempted a comeback, but fell short. Seattle wins 23-20. Sam Darnold putting up some good numbers. Same with Kyle Murray as well. But like I said, they attempted a fourth quarter comeback, fell short. Seattle is now 3-1. The Cardinals dropped to 2-2. Wow. Just wow.
Yeah.
What a great game.
Yes, it was. And Logan is going to be with you tomorrow morning again, 10 o'clock, to talk not just football, but also, what are we? Is it the playoffs yet for Major League Baseball? It's this weekend. My God, there's so much going on. What's going on with the Red Sox? The Yankees? I know there's just a boatload of stuff that is happening right now. Where do I start this morning? Let's start where we should be starting, the community calendar, because I really want to highlight some of the things that are coming up. One big thing tomorrow, but some stuff that is coming up that you've just got to know about and be part of. The community calendar, yes, it is brought to you by the World Newspaper. Oh, yeah, I think most of us know that it's reaching around 22, maybe even 23,000 hands right here in central Vermont every single week. Deb and Gary put this together. It's been going on for what now? 53 years, I think, something like that. Don't miss the digital version, vt-world.com. It's where I get most, if not all, of my community stuff in the world. Tomorrow, the 27th, if you have a motorcycle, get over to the Masonic Lodge in Williamstown for the 9 o'clock check-in for the Veterans Place ride. The ride's going to be underway at 10 a.m. sharp. That's when kickstands are up, and they're going, and they're not waiting. So be there and be on time. They'll have a meal served up at the lodge afterwards. It is going to be amazing. And the weather, as I just said, is going to be perfect. The Veterans Place ride tomorrow. Veterans Place over in Northfield. If you're not familiar with them, you ought to be. Small transitional housing home for veterans. And they do great work. And we love talking about them. Also, this coming Sunday, day after tomorrow, Top Soccer Capital Region, an opportunity for folks with diverse abilities to play soccer. They do it every Sunday in September, Barrytown Rec Fields. Get on Facebook, Top Soccer Capital Region. Check out their Facebook page. It's part of a national program, an outreach program for soccer. The U.S. Youth Soccer collaboration. And Washington County Mental Health has been very involved with this in the past. And this is, listen, if you know any kids who have any kind of challenges, physical or otherwise, but they would like to kick a soccer ball around and have some structured soccer, not just playing, but also learning about soccer. I think it starts at 11 o'clock, and it's every single Sunday in September. And I think this coming Sunday will be the last one. Rex is going to be in here in just a little bit, and I say too much because there is too much going on right now. We're going to chip away at it, though. I'm going to start your day right now with the Daily Dose of Feel Good. We have an 8-year-old boy in the spotlight this morning from Rhode Island. His name is Ryan Mulvaney. And I saw the story last night. I gave it a quick read, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to talk about that tomorrow morning. That's going to be the Daily Dose of Feel Good. Started his summer running 1 mile every day and did it for 50 straight days. All to raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He was watching a YouTuber who went to 50 states in 50 days and got inspired and said to his parents while they were shopping, he said, I think I'm going to do this. Except I'm not going to go to 50 different states. I'm just going to run 1 mile every day for 50 straight days and see if I can raise some money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And he did. 8 years old. And he raised $3,000. I just love stuff like that. I just do. Ex-FBI Director James Comey going to be indicted, what is it, October 9th, I think, and good morning, everyone who's tuning in this morning, as Trump pushes for his prosecution. This is all over the news this morning. Charged yesterday with lying to Congress in a criminal case that was filed days after Trump appeared to urge his attorney general to prosecute the former FBI director and other perceived political enemies. And I posted this up last night, and already it's hitting it. What does the prosecution need to prove? I think is the million-dollar question this morning. What will the defense strategy be? Yeah, Glenn, to distract us from the Epstein files. Please don't get me started, Glenn. Look what you're doing to my blood pressure, buddy. I'm starting to squirm now. Does the public still view justice as being blind? What do you say about this? I'm looking for your comments this morning. Wow. I know that Rex will have an opinion on it, but I want to know what you have to say. I also want to know what you have to say about rooftop shooters. This week was a wild week, and I'm not going to lie to you. There isn't a Sunday that goes by that I don't sit and wonder what's next, what's coming this week. Wednesday was insane in Dallas. What happened with this shooter that fired from the rooftop of a building across the street? And this 29-year-old guy, Joshua Jan, not only did he fire a few shots, he fired several dozen. Last I checked, 12 made up a dozen. Several dozen? Was it 36 shots? I don't know what's going to happen to this guy, but he left one ICE detainee dead and two others in critical condition. I was just saying, Rex, it's like, what's next, man? What's next? Do we have to have some kind of, security stuff on?
We should have the government intervene. That's always the answer. That's what we should do.
What do we have to do about these rooftops, man?
You could do like Israel and just bulldoze them over everywhere so there's no more rooftops in the cities. Hey, am I on? Can you see this?
You're on, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So talking about self-defense,
yeah, I
was like, my good buddy Kenny, I hope you're watching, big one-legged Kenny. So
don't make fun of him.
I love Kenny.
He'll beat your ass.
He knows I make fun of him, and he makes fun of me. He's a good friend.
I want to get back to the story here.
But let's get back to the story. So I came in last week. Big Kenny gave me this man purse. I was like, when the fuck, Kenny, why are you giving me this thing? I'm never going to wear it, okay? So, lo and behold, I put it on last week. I have my wallet. I have my money's in here. Everything I need is inside of there. And I'm not sitting on a big, bulky wallet. Best part, I go into like this hippie restaurant where they always see my concealed weapon. I mean, when I wear just a T-shirt, I don't care what you carry, whether it's a carbon fiber. It does not matter. They always get upset. I was on a motorcycle once, and I got kicked out of that pig place in Waterbury.
The Prohibition pig?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were very, very, very against guns.
You got kicked out of a
somewhere? Oh, yeah. But I hadn't even done nothing. I ordered a drink. So check this out.
Ooh.
Italian stiletto. Got that at my black belt ceremony, right?
Damn. Wow.
There's a little bit of self-defense there.
Shit.
But then I move on up, and that's where I keep my cash is right there. Then I'm going to move over to here. Bro, the best thing. There's a Glock 10mm in there, baby.
My God.
So, I'm able to go to these hippie places, and there's a quick draw. You can set it up with a quick draw here.
Whoa.
You can get to your gun. But
Whoa.
I don't. I keep it on the side. So I'm not taking this thing off. I really enjoy it because I feel like there's a lot of places I can't carry my gun. People are like, they look at you weird, whatever. Yeah. That never used to happen back in the day.
Like the post office.
Well, I don't carry in federal buildings. That's illegal. You never do that. You know what? Just don't go in federal buildings. Fucking nothing good happens in them places anyway. So, needless to say, I've got one. Big Ed's got one. We were in Hannaford's talking, and the deli guy's like, "Do you guys know each other?" We started laughing because we had matching bags. So, if Bergamot Armoire is watching,
Bergamot and Amore.
And Amore, yes.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, the Shangras, Pete. If you start making a man purse with a holster inside of it,
they will sell.
They will sell. I will buy. I will be the first. You know how many purses I bought there for my wife, for friends? I just got one for Amanda for her birthday, Amanda Jo Dudley.
So what else do you have in there? Do you have your hand sanitizer, your moisturizer, your lip balm?
You know, I don't need any of that, and I'll tell you why.
Your tampons?
No. I don't identify as a woman yet. There's no competitions going on. I don't understand this. Nobody said a word when the Bud Light girls came out in the late 80s and 90s, but now it's a problem. They were doing women's sports with full beards on back then.
Everything is a problem now.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
That's the collapse of an empire. That's the beginning of the collapse of an empire.
Are we going to talk about this morning? Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay. So for those of you that don't know, for those of you that don't know, my brain has a whole bunch of useless information, and I'll tell you one of the reasons why it has a bunch of useless information in there. So instead of scrolling on Facebook, they have different apps and where you can continue learning. I learn history, psychology, philosophy. Like I was listening to audiobooks on Socrates yesterday.
Okay.
Because I agree with a lot of Socrates' philosophy with going back to earth, lower, not having a lot of government in your life, not having a lot of comforts.
Okay.
Because it just, when you do something hard, your body feels so good. It's so hard and your body hates it and wants you to quit, but when you accomplish it, wow. That's the ultimate, right? Mm. Right?
Yes.
Like I read psychology on how to break bad habits, just simple bad habits. What a lot of people don't know is like when the dopamines start coming out. When you do a bad habit, it used to be you did your bad habit, the dopamine came out. But now the dopamine starts coming out as soon as you think about it.
Mm. Oh, yeah. Before you don't even have to act.
Right. Like the smell of a French fry in McDonald's. Dopamine. Boom, 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 boom,
yeah.
boom, boom. So it's just, changing drug addicts. If they could,
here we go,
change their. I'm gonna shut that off. The
really?
biggest thing for them would be changing their environment.
Yeah,
their triggers. Stay away from your triggers.
Yeah,
stuff like that. Okay, so collapse of a society.
Is that what we're talking about this morning?
I think it is. I think we're close. So the collapse of a society doesn't happen overnight.
Are you preaching right now?
I am not preaching. We're going to do a history lesson.
Oh, shit.
Let's talk about revolutions. Let's talk about 3 of the biggest
I'm just saying, when you say history, that's
That's
how
exactly. You know what? But that's honestly how everybody is when it comes,
I know.
when it comes to history.
I'm just joking.
And
man.
no, but that is the reality of it. I'm sure a bunch of people just went, "Oh, here it comes.
Yeah,
history.
here goes for X.
There it is."
Freaking
So how do
idiot.
you teach history to make it fun so that we don't repeat history? How do you do that? So the way that people get information now is by fun ways. TikTok, memes. Nobody wants to listen to the rest of the story. You know what I mean? That monotone, that's how we used to get our news. It was, what was that guy's name that I just, I listened every morning with my grandmother getting ready for the school bus up on Beckley Hill.
I did too.
Paul
Paul Harvey.
Harvey.
Yes.
So you would listen to that, but Paul Harvey would be like, the White House released a press release today. There was a bombing. There was nothing else after that. There wasn't. And we believe, we just spoke to his neighbor over here when we believe that this guy was absolutely a furry, shitting in a litter box. So, and then every story is going to repeat that.
Yeah.
Paul Harvey didn't do that. You had to go figure it out on your own.
Yeah.
There was no opinion base. Once we got those 24-hour news stations, and then you add social media to it.
He didn't even have any like inflection in his voice intentionally.
Right. It was
until the
nobody knew what political side Paul Harvey was on. Not one person.
at the very end.
Walter Cronkite. Nobody knew.
True. That's another one. At the very end is when Paul Harvey put the inflection in, and that is the rest
of the story. So how do you get to people?
You and I and Stacy are so old that we even know this.
I know.
God,
so how do we
man.
get to the young people? How do we
Jesus.
get information to them to make it fun? Like, how do you talk about how Britain shipped opium into China to control China and then started the first opium wars because China was like, hey, guys, we have a real problem. Our society is addicted to opium.
Yeah.
And the UK was like, oh, yeah? Well, now we're going to beat you up for not taking our opium.
Yeah.
So they did, and they won the war. They won the first opium war, and it went even worse. Their people were so addicted to. So you wonder why China's like, here's some fentanyl, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They have what we've done, what's happened throughout history, and we continue to repeat these histories. Like, most people don't even know the world is on fire right now. From the protests over in Europe, Nepal is literally on fire. They were ripping their people out of parliament. They were ripping their clothes off. They were killing them. They burnt the whole place down. It's under martial law right now. And most people don't even know that. So back in the day, the biggest things that every revolution, every collapse of a society, it's not just debt, and it's not one thing that happens. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens from years of war going into debt, and then the unfair taxing of people when people start to feel like, hey, you're taxing me. Like in Britain went through the reason we started a war with Britain was because Britain just went through a huge their own civil war, and we had to pay for it. So what they did was they were like, all right, the rich people, the nobles, we're not going to tax you. But they're going to tax everybody here in the United States. They're going to tax all the poor people. Those guys, their wages weren't going up. Their taxes weren't. But that still wasn't the start of it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until they started protesting and they were like, wait a minute, we're not being heard. Then they had a king that decided to overrule Parliament. He bypassed their Congress and just said, wait a minute, I'm just going to basically write executive orders. Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm going to make my own laws because I know what's right for you. So then people felt their protests were no longer being heard, so they became violent. That's when your revolutions started. That's the slope you go through. Your systems break down. So another thing they had 50% went to their military budget spending, 25% went to their government, and then all of the other poor people systems and everything else got nothing, but they paid a bunch in taxes. So they felt like, wait a minute, why are we paying, like kind of like what's happening now? We just went through 20 years of war. Why do you think our debt's so high? We would have a surplus if we didn't fight wars for 20 years. We would have like a $6 trillion surplus right now. So now we're putting all these taxes. Rich people made a shit ton of money off those wars, just starting with George Bush and Dick Cheney. I mean, those guys made money during the wars, but they got the biggest tax breaks. So now we've cut Medicaid, we've cut all these social programs to pay for a war that the rich got extremely rich on. So that creates a frustration among half the population.
So just recap here.
Yeah.
Just slow the hell down. What have you had? What's in your coffee this morning?
Caffeine. And I have been up early, baby.
You're saying that people who around the world,
yes,
history shows that when there's peaceful protest and they have grievances that they felt that
what they have is they have what it's
heard.
called partisan politics. When you have one side making all the rules, and then you have people that protest. They're like, hey, wait a minute. Then they say, wait, there's no more separation of power. We have no say whatsoever. Just like we have an administration that represents an entire country, or at least it's supposed to. Instead, we have two sides demonizing each other. And so until somebody comes out that is to bring everybody together, I think we're heading a really slippery slope. Like now you have Gavin Newsom. Now you have Gavin Newsom being the extreme left guy, the opposite of Trump. Yeah, is that how we're going to solve our problems?
No, we're going to solve our problems by drawing up more executive orders.
So every king that's done that has been the start of the fall of that empire, from the Romans to the Qin dynasty in the 1800s to Russia. Why Russia? Oh, okay, so let's talk about the fall of Russia. That was the latest empire to fall was Russia, and that happened in the 90s, but it started in the 80s with Ukraine. Ukraine was the richest state, or however province of Russia. They'd had all the mining was in there. They had everything there. They had a ton. So, but they had no say. Their pay sucked. There was propaganda posters to all around the country saying how great everything was going, but people were like, wait a minute. How, like, grocery prices are super high. I used to be able to buy 2 loaves of bread. My pay hasn't changed, but now I can only buy a half a loaf of bread with the same amount of money.
Well, that's going on here. It's going on now. It's going on everywhere.
But people don't recognize that because we don't history's boring.
Well, I just did my yawn.
Absolutely. So we don't recognize this stuff. We're like, it's new to them, just like it was new to those people back then.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't recognize, like the Germans. Me and Ed talk about this. What a lot of people don't know about Germany is like the Germans that became Nazis. They went around and they're like, hey, we want you to become a Nazi. We want you to become a Nazi. And they're like, I don't know. But then they made him a Nazi. They're like, okay, well, now I'm a Nazi. Then the war ended and the people were like, well, you can't come back to Germany because you were a Nazi.
Yeah.
They were screwed. But they didn't know back then either. So how do you make history fun? How do you do that? Okay.
Well, if you're Rex Thompson, you get a cup of coffee, you get audiobooks.
And I do. I listen to everything. I really enjoy philosophy, different philosophers.
Yeah.
Psychology.
Yeah.
Like how to deal with people.
You know what I've been listening to? More in the last month than ever before. Different networks.
Yeah.
What a trip it is. Holy crap. If you quiet your mind
And wait a minute. So first of all,
Just
not just different networks. Stay away from the 24 hours. CNN, MSNBC, AON, Fox News. Stay away from them guys. Just go and check out like PBS, BBC, Al Jazeera, AP, or go into other countries and check out their news of what's going on, the protests that are going on.
Yeah.
What they really see and think of us
I know.
is fucking crazy. It's
It's
not what we're
unbelievable.
being told.
I know that.
It is not what. And the people that parrot the news stations, that's
Yeah.
all they're about. They've never left the United States.
Sherilyn.
Or if they did, they went to a tourist spot. Well, I've been to fucking Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay, were you really in Mexico?
Sherilyn's always telling me how the news agencies operate in England, and it's like they show it all.
Yes, they like harass the fucking king and queen there. They
Yeah,
question
no, but
the
I mean,
government.
If there's
hardcore.
something graphic,
Oh yeah,
they show it.
yes, right. Like
Like here, everybody's so protected.
that whole like Jimmy Kimmel. Like most people don't even know what Jimmy Kimmel even said.
I know.
Fox News just said
But 6 million people tuned in the other night, bro.
Right. He has
6
3
million.
million. He has 30 million subscribers on YouTube.
Right.
So, but it's funny because Fox News came out. You got one of the Fox News hosts. That guy's like, well, I think we should euthanize the homeless. And then he's like, I'm sorry, I should have said it. He didn't get canceled. And then you got Jesse Waters on there. He's like,
Yeah.
well, the UN, that was an insurrection. We should bomb that place over there. What?
Yeah.
This is crazy, but none of it's gonna be fixed by our government. Don't we feel like they are just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks? Because they don't have a solution. They really don't.
By the way, that was Jimmy's largest audience in more than a decade.
Yeah, because they only average 250,000 viewers. So to get 6 million viewers in one night is crazy. Yeah. 100%.
Are
Joe
you
Rogan
surprised?
doesn't even get that. So Donald Trump, if you go to the Joe Rogan Donald Trump episode, I think he got 5 million 5 million views on that Joe Rogan. So that was a pretty popular, but whatever, man.
Food insecurity. That's
So-
that's one of the other
Yes.
elements of collapse.
100%. Debt and the debt. When you see disparity, when people are like, wait a minute, man, our tax money is going for defense and the
Right.
government.
What are we at? 3 trillion right now?
Oh, 30. I think we're going around 36 trillion. they
36.
said.
I'm so sorry. I've left out a digit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
no.
to me.
You know what I'm thinking of? Credit card debt. That's
Dude,
what I'm thinking of.
Gold is what, 3,800. We've lost 11% value of the US dollar since January. It's crazy. But there's so many if you follow history, that's mainly what it is. If you follow history, there's certain triggers, there's certain point out that points
Escalation.
out. Like I believe in 2020 we came really, really close to starting a very violent war at that point. You had a lot of people that felt like they were not being heard.
Yeah.
You saw the first time of real partisan well, you didn't see it. The first time we saw it when Obama did Obamacare, and he's like, I don't care what they say. You know what? There was a ton of people that voted for him, but as soon as he did that in his second term, he lost a lot of support because it was a partisan. But that's only one thing. But now you're compounding. We're starting to see everything. We're starting to see no longer that separation of power. We're starting to see those executive orders. We're starting to see Congress being bypassed.
Yeah.
So we have that going on. We have the debt going on. We have the protests, and we're starting to see the violence.
We also have and had it during COVID social media showing us pictures of barren food shelves, store shelves. And
we went and got chickens, man.
and-
A lot of people
and
started homesteading after COVID.
I know. And
100%, and that's what you should be doing.
and concern about the trucking industry, that the industry is aging out. I mean, we need truck drivers more than ever. We need people operating the
but
ports.
the thing that's okay. So I'm going to tell the truck driver thing there though. We have a guy, Will White, travels overseas, goes to China and stuff like that. He meets with the heads of these large corporations. Old Will White,
Yeah.
brown belt, Brazilian
Yeah,
Jiu-Jitsu,
yeah.
does Thai. Super
Really,
good
I
dude,
really
up at
like that
Granite City
dude,
MMA.
by the way. I really like that guy.
Oh, absolutely. So they met with all the head of the trucking guys, and they're converting 100% of their fleets to self-driving GPS within 5 years. Yeah, you'll still have your local routes, but your long haul, because it's money, dude. It comes down to money. It's more efficient. They can drive 24 hours a day. They don't have to stop and rest. And I mean, ultimately, you would think that would lower the costs of goods and stuff. It's just going to put more money in their pockets.
Happening right now, and I'm sorry to break in here, but
Yeah.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is speaking to the UN.
I need your support, and I need another $4 billion. These children will not kill themselves.
I hope his escalator was working properly.
I used to be a huge supporter of Israel, man,
did you know
and
that?
I just
Hold on. Did you know that Trump is opening up an investigation as to why his escalator failed? His staffer bumped the power button.
They'll never admit it. But they don't. It's just another distraction from the Trumpstein files.
This is happening right now, and Trump just said that he will not allow Ben to annex the Israeli-occupied West Bank. Now, I don't know if you've heard this. Will not allow it.
We just gave him $4 billion more to bomb them kids.
Here it is, right
to
here.
Starve them.
Here it is, right here.
We have great relationships with a lot of countries, and you may be even more happy when you find out, because we spoke with Bibi Netanyahu today, and we spoke to all the leaders in the Middle East, who are great people, and we're getting pretty close to having a deal on Gaza, and maybe even peace, which would be the first time in about, 2,000 years? I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this directly?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it. Whether I spoke to him or not, I did. But I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank. There's been enough. It's time to stop now, okay?
They started invading Gaza. They didn't stop. And he gave them another $4 billion. I don't know, man. There is,
I wonder
like I said,
I wonder what Ben's saying
half
right
the
now.
country that doesn't feel like they're represented at all. That is never good,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
That is bad when you have 100 million people, 120 million people, whatever. But there's a good majority of people that I think are disenfranchised right now.
Did
And
you
we
know?
saw it. We saw it last week. We saw the divide. Like, it's still going on. Bro, that they're still playing that guy's video over and over. They've analyzed it. The conspiracies are out.
The rapture was supposed to take place yesterday.
I noticed you didn't leave. I thought it was going to happen in Tuesday.
No, it was. I think it was yesterday.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Tuesday, and they had to postpone it to Thursday.
Rex,
It was Tuesday.
the world ended yesterday.
No, it ended Tuesday.
Rex, it didn't end Tuesday. The world.
And it didn't end Thursday either.
This pastor from South Africa who has sparked this
Not enough people believed.
widespread
That's the
panic.
problem. We could have manifested it.
Oh my God! I mean, it was all over social
I
media.
know. And it didn't
Oh.
happen Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday,
Rex.
Tuesday.
He says that Jesus personally revealed the date of his return in a divine vision. People have been selling possessions and preparing for what they believed was
Yeah, I know.
the
So
end.
Wednesday, I watched a TikTok video, and the girl knocked on the door, and she's like, "Let me guess, you want your house back?" So I watched that video Wednesday. She's like, "So it didn't happen Tuesday, did it?" crazy. Oh, let's talk about. Let's talk about the Berry City Police Department.
Wait a minute. Where are you going to go when the rapture happens? You going down or up?
We are all going to the same place. 100%. Your energy cannot be killed. Your energy cannot die. Your energy will go out into the atmosphere and it will be collected by similar energy, just like you do in real life.
What if you're a scumbag?
Then you will collect with scumbag energy when you die. Your body's just a vessel.
Do I get
whether it's you believe it's your soul, whether it's your energy, you cannot kill.
Do you believe if you and I were both to check out right now,
our energies would find each other?
Seriously?
Oh, we would go across galaxies. Yes, me and my wife's energy will find each other throughout years, throughout galaxies.
What about
our energies?
Would you and I be sitting down having a cup of coffee together?
You know what? We may be. I may be the fucking microphone. You may be the camera.
Oh my God! Can you believe that?
Yeah, I do.
We'd have our own podcast.
Yeah. So let's do this. So not just to put a sign up and back the blue, but to actually back the blue here. What I want to say is shout out to the Berry City Police Department, Chief Vale, those guys over there. What a great job they did at cleaning up Brooklyn Street, at working with the community down there, working with the new people that just moved in there. We know at the beginning it was kind of a pain in the ass with all the phone calls, but the cameras got installed. Brooklyn Street is so effing quiet right now. They have been down there. They have been, hey, why are you guys down here? This is a dead-end street.
Are you talking about the Brooklyn Street Business District?
Yes.
Okay.
Behind Gusto's.
All right.
Right there. Well, it used to be a pretty popular place. And a lot of people want to walk up and down that dead-end street.
Booming.
You would have been surprised. I thought there was a deli at the end of there with the best pizza in the world. But there wasn't. So one of the people that moved in there, Big Ed Collins, started to be an absolute menace.
Lord help us all.
Yeah. So... but he went down, he sat down and spoke with a police chief, said, what do I have to do? What can we do? He's like, document, email, call us. Perfect. That's what he did. He put up cameras. He contacted the landlord and said, hey, do you know what's going on? And she was like, no. And she was very angry about it because of some personal stuff in her own life. So, lo and behold, cameras got put up at her place. The tenants were called. They were warned. So it's been so quiet down on that street.
You're saying the business district is failing?
Well, that business is slowed down. Whatever. The pizza joint got slowed right down.
Okay.
So there's ways. Okay, so that's just one street in one ward. I think it's Ward 3. I'm not sure who runs Ward 3 right now.
Wait a second. You're not saying that we need more Big Eds in the world, are you?
I'm saying we need more communities to get off their phone, get together, and fucking clean up your neighborhood. You can do it. You can do it with the police and with the help. You absolutely can do it.
Okay.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is one of them came out when Ed was like, da-da-da-da-da, you fucking idiot, you better keep moving. And he goes, hey, I just want you to know, we don't fucking like you, and we all carry guns. And that's when Big Ed said, we all carry guns on Brooklyn Street. Now you better keep moving. And so they tried to intimidate him, and it didn't work. They got sick of being harassed by the police. They got sick of being put on social media, their pictures, their cars, their mom's car, so their faces. So there is ways there's ways to interrupt a business. I mean, we do it all the time. It's a cancel culture.
And you went down there in a Cadillac dressed as Richard Simmons?
To harass, yes.
What happened?
I wasn't Richard Simmons.
Did you have a mullet?
No, what I did was I took my in-laws' old Cadillac, me and my wife, put black hoodies on and pulled them. We did the zombie shuffle. That's what we call it, the zombie shuffle. So we drove by really slow, trying not to look at Big Ed, and drove back and forth. And then I called him. I was like, well, your security system sucks. You didn't even see those junkies. He's like, I'm trying to eat chicken and dumpling with my ma right now.
Oh, my God. I want to read something here and count how many times you interrupt me. You ready?
Yeah.
A federal grand jury indicted former FBI Director James Comey yesterday on 2 criminal charges, lying to Congress and obstruction. Charges came 5 days before the statute of limitations was set to expire. If convicted, he faces up to 5 years in prison.
Yes.
What do you say about all this?
They had to fire 3 prosecutors to find someone to sign off on it, even though they told them, they're like, you don't have a case here. But that definitely sets precedent. If I was Kash Patel, I'd be fucking scared right now, because if Governor Newsom becomes president, Kash Patel's going to jail. They have those people ask Kash questions they knew the answers to, and he lied, and we all watched it live. Like, they asked it. Those guys don't ask questions that they don't have something in their back pocket. They're all former prosecutors. They're all lawyers. It's what they do. Like, and Kash is like, I didn't say that. You're lying. You know what I mean?
I've got the 2
I think it's wild that they're doing it, but once again, it's the decline of our. It's a populist administration. Yeah. He thinks that his supporters want to see people start going to jail, because they've been promising, like, since 2016, we're going to put Hillary in jail, we're going to put Comey in jail, we're going to put this Obama's going to jail. So they feed into these conspiracies. You know how hard it is to prove a perjury. There has to be intent.
I just posted the 2-page indictment. If in the comments here, if anyone wants to read it, but he's been accusing Trump of politicizing the Justice Department for a long time, man.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think James Comey's. I mean, whatever. Put the evidence forward. I don't care.
I think it's October 9th.
See it. Let's give him his day in court. Let's do it, because
isn't that October 9th?
It's like I said, man. It's gonna be a tit for tat. You're gonna see impeachments. You're gonna see our government fail. And so, people, when this happens, you should already be getting chickens. Start moving the fuck out of cities. Start becoming part of your community.
Where's your shirt that says "Got chickens"?
I know, right?
We should have a couple made up,
right? You should absolutely, because now eggs are like one of the best things to sustain life.
You have an excavator, right?
Yep, of course.
Do you have an underground bunker dug out yet?
I don't need a bunker. Bro, I don't need a bunker.
I'd like one, just as a man cave. I mean, just as a place to, take a nap.
Tomorrow, Dante. Play his thing.
Play it. Wait, shit. Where is it?
Play it, baby. Let's see what Dante did this week.
I'm going to find it. Where is it, on Messenger?
It is.
All right.
He's going to go in there and find it. So,
give me a second.
You will never. Okay, you just go to find that.
I'm finding it right now.
So, people, the less we rely on the government and the more the government realizes we don't need them, the scarier it becomes for the government. The more things they will bribe us with. Go back to family farms. Go back to keeping your kids in past the age of 18 so they don't have to struggle, so you don't have generational poorness. Create generational wealthness. That's what we do, though, right? That's what they're told. They're like, oh, you don't need no college. You don't need this. You don't need that. Kick them out at 18. But at 18, now what? You kick all your kids out. See, you had 4 kids. Now what does that do for the rich? Now you have 4 people that got to pay rent, 4 people that got to buy cars, 4 people that got to pay for daycare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You created all them businesses and created all that shit. If you kept your family together, you wouldn't pay that. Immigrants know that. That's how they do that. But that's how you create generational poorness. Kick your kids out.
Yeah. Is this the video right there?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Let's see how Dante's doing, baby.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Audio is off. Here it is. Hold on.
Yeah, I got 100 checks.
Good afternoon, Dante.
After Mom.
Hey, did you have an amazing day today?
Yeah, I got 100 checks.
You did. And what else did you get?
I got a cake.
Did you buy yourself a cake? Wait. Did you buy yourself a cake because you had such a great day and you wanted to celebrate? Well, hey, congratulations on having an amazing day.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Good afternoon, Dante.
After
That's what
Mom.
it's all about, man. I freaking love that kid. He's such a good kid.
I do too. He's sick, so I won't see him tomorrow.
Okay. What's he got, a little cold or something?
Yeah, he does.
All right.
So
All right.
getting back to school. So I'm glad he's doing good in school.
Okay.
It's up and down all the time. Sometimes they have to adjust medication and all that stuff, but his mom's really good at that, taking care of all that stuff.
Yeah. What is
So-
he, 18 now?
Oh,
18?
yep.
Okay.
Yep, he is. Oh my God! Did you see?
You got some heat for
Did-
that fake whiskey in there. You got some heat for
Oh,
that.
that tastes just like real whiskey. I could not believe. I turned around and he pounded. I was like, "Oh my God!" I couldn't believe he was shooting. I was like, "Oh, that would make me puke." And I no
Did
more
he
and thought
puke?
that.
Did he puke?
Oh, everywhere.
Come
all
on.
Over. Oh, I had to get the. That's why I had to stop the video. I had
Stop
to get
it.
the.
Are you kidding
I had to
me?
get the mops out. Yeah. And he just thought it was absolutely hilarious. He was running around, flailing his wings, laughing. I was like, you ain't be so funny when you grab a mop and have to clean this place. So no more whiskey for Dante. He's not a whiskey guy.
I started out this morning. I was talking about what happened Wednesday with this whole.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I just found out. I just barely saw this. They found what caused to cancer. I think Trump's going to announce it
What time?
this week.
This week?
No. Pickles. They found out every person that's ever died.
I knew
ate
it.
pickles.
I knew it.
Fucking ate pickles. Every
I have
person,
been saying
like
that for-
99%
I've been saying that for
of the
30 years.
population that had cancer ate pickles at least once in their life.
I knew it.
We're so lucky to have RFK. Pickles. Who would have known?
I'm going to play something for you if I can find it.
I'm hoping they come up with a cure for the pickles that I already ate.
I got to find this. Here it is. I found it. I'm pretty sure this is it. I don't know if you've seen this or not. It's loading right now.
What are we doing?
I'm showing you something.
Are we getting it canceled again?
No, it's not going to. Jeez, why is it?
Oh man.
I'm trying to play something for you. Oh, here it is. Hold on. You got to see this. Hold on.
Donald, Christian over here!
Autism,
No, absolutely. You're right, Glenn.
It could
Sometimes
be bigger,
you
it could be
can't
small,
keep
a little
family
bit
together.
smaller.
All right, hold on.
We don't know
Hold on.
how broad the spectrum is.
You
We
got
don't
to
know
see this. You got to see this. This was sent to me, and
who studied it.
you ready? You ready? Here we
Yeah.
go. All right, hold on. Go.
Donald, Christian over here!
Autism, I mean, it could be bigger, it could be small, a little bit smaller. We don't know how broad the spectrum is. We don't know exactly where it starts and where it ends. We understood a lot more than a lot of people who studied it, we think. You know, there's something artificial. They're taking something. Is that a correct statement, by the way? The FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of well, let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen, which is basically commonly known as Tylenol, a very increased risk of autism, and you shouldn't give the child the Tylenol every time he's born. And nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. You know, the way I look at it, don't take it. Don't take it. Don't take Tylenol. Don't give Tylenol to the baby. Here, take a cup of Tylenol. I've heard that for years. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take Tylenol if you're pregnant. And don't give Tylenol to your child. Don't take Tylenol. Don't have your baby take Tylenol. Don't take Tylenol. It doesn't hurt not to do it. There's no downside at all. And break up MMR. Break it up. The MMR, I think, should be taken separately. This is based on what I feel. When you mix them, something maybe happens. But I think when you go for the shot, separate, and they pump so much stuff into those beautiful little babies. They're pumping, it looks like they're pumping into a horse because it's too much liquid. And as you know, other of the medicines are absolutely proven bad. I call it the fat pill or the fat drug. I got a lot of friends that have fat. And then hepatitis B is sexually transmitted. So I would say wait till the baby is 12 years old and formed and take hepatitis B. When they're 12, doesn't seem to be a problem at all. Take it at 12. Sexually transmitted. That's sexually transmitted. And we think you should wait. I think you should wait till 12. You know, I'm just making these statements from me. I'm not making them from these doctors because we have a lot of information. And that information, I mean, it's the information that we have that we're making these statements. I'm not a doctor, but I'm giving my opinion. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. And that's called medical research. Yeah, please.
Holy shit!
12 and formed. Who the fuck says that?
Listen,
12 and formed.
there are days.
Do you look at a 12-year-old and be like, she's formed? Who? That's something. Come on.
There are days where I'm babbling.
12.
If
and
I
formed.
ever babble like
There's
that,
no way. He's not a creep.
put me out. Just take me out, bro. If I'm ever talking like that on the air, please. My God. Sometimes you just have to go.
Someone cut his mic off. Someone shut his mic off.
Remember the big hook? You remember the big hook?
Can you imagine being one of his advisors?
We need a hook for you.
No. Stop. Don't say that. Oh, fuck. You know what I mean? Like 12 and formed, of course. You got to make sure they're formed to get the hepatitis shot. Who the fuck says that?
Buford T. Justice so famously said, "Them some bitches couldn't close an umbrella." Says Stacy.
Oh my God. Like when he hugged Charlie Kirk's wife with that fucking grin.
A little reach around.
That was creepy as fuck, dude. 12 and formed. I'm going to make a t-shirt, 12 and formed, and sign it President Trump at the bottom of it. There's no way he wrote that letter. 12 and formed.
Nicolas Sarkozy sentenced yesterday, 5 years in prison. Criminal conspiracy.
Oh.
Yeah? You following that one?
No. Who is it? What was it?
It's the former French president.
Oh.
Yeah. 5 years.
Nice.
By the way, before I forget, did you hear about Netanyahu's plane ride? No, I'm serious.
No.
To Washington, D.C. He had to skirt around Germany. Or no, France and Italy. I think of the two countries he had to.
Doesn't he have a warrant for war crimes?
Yeah. Because
as he should.
Because if his plane had to make an emergency landing for any reason,
he would have been arrested. Yes.
So he had to take an extra long plane ride.
Israel has been in violation of.
Believe that?
Yeah, Israel's been in violation for a long, long time. Okay, so let's put the analogy up. Let's say, okay, October 7th was absolutely fucking horrible. All right, We all know that it was. The response is just as fucking horrible. That is, I compare it because you got to think about the Israeli army and how big they are and the billions of dollars we keep giving them to murder those people. So think about it in just a smaller scale. Say you were a 250-pound man that knew how to fight, and you were 6'5", and a 125-pound woman punched you right square in the face. Would you beat the shit out of her? Would you punch her, knock her down, cave her head in, drag her around town behind your car for days on end, hang her from a tree, stab her? Would you do you think that might be a little overboard in response? I don't know any other way to explain it. Oh, that mosquito bit me. I'm going to pull a fucking sledgehammer out to kill it.
By the way, did you hear about Turkey asking for fighter jets now?
Dude, we produce
They're asking
these.
us.
We're a war machine.
They're asking us for fighter jets.
We're a war machine.
Isn't it my Mr. History major over there? Isn't it my imagination that
Turkey's crazy?
Wasn't it Turkey that didn't like America not too long ago? Or
what did they?
Am I mistaken?
Which was it? Was it Syria? I can't remember where.
And now they're asking for us to sell them fighter jets.
Yeah, but we flip flop on allies and enemies all the time.
And Trump is like, yeah, we might sell you some fighter jets if you stop buying oil from Russia.
It's like a toddler doing geopolitical foreign policy. And
do you
shit.
think we're headed for collapse?
Yes. Yeah. Unless we get somebody. Because, I believe that there is everything in history. Okay,
we as America, or we as the world?
No, I think us as a superpower, economic superpower. I think you're seeing the decline. Like California and Ukraine are very, very similar, because Ukraine propped up all of Russia. That's where they got a bunch of money from that. But the people in Ukraine were super fucking poor. They had super bad living conditions and they had zero say. But everywhere you look, there was posters from the government talking about how Russia was such a wonderful place.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Chernobyl happened. Chernobyl happened in Ukraine, and the government tried to cover it up. They were like, they never warned the people. Thousands of people died from it, and they tried to cover it up. They were like, oh no, nothing's going on. They were like, fuck this. Our government doesn't even protect us. So when the economic collapse happened, that's when Ukraine, in Donbass, that's when in like 86, they started striking. They were like, we're not mining for you anymore. Our living conditions, everything, and you're not even protecting us. So they did a big strike there. That's when the country started pulling away. And then in the 90s, they were like, no. So kind of like the same thing. California contributes more to our federal government than they take from the federal government. The red states take more money than we take, than anybody else. So California is a huge economic thing. If they pulled away from the United States, if they seceded from that, that would be a huge economic blow to us. So I see similar things that could happen in the United States, like states starting to, because if your federal government starts losing power, if you no longer have a separation of power of state and you just have a president that's writing executive orders and bypassing everything Congress and courts and stuff, then states will be like, well, really, what are you going to do? We'll fight you. We're going away. We're going to keep our money. And so you could see that. You could see New England. You could see it. It happened in Russia. So there's signs. We already have the debt. We have the war debt. We have the national debt. That's already there. That's a big thing. We're starting to see.
But the tariffs will help with
Yep.
that.
And we're starting. And I'm not going to say left or right, I'm going to say both sides, you're starting to see huge partisan politics.
Trump is saying trillions, with an S, of dollars are coming in though from the tariffs. So that'll
Taxes?
That'll help with the national debt.
Okay.
Trillions.
But so he wants to do another bailout for the farmers because of the tariffs.
What is a trillion? Is it a million millions?
Oh, it's a
100 million
millions.
Does
100 million
does
billions.
anybody know?
Oh, it's $1 trillion.
What is a trillion?
Like pallets and pallets of stacked money
Okay.
in fucking
Is there
football
something
fields.
more than a trillion? Is it bagazillion?
You'd have to look that up. I don't know.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but so our debt's already there.
Yeah.
We're starting to really have a lot of partisan politics. Food prices, they're not coming down.
Yeah.
They never did. We were promised they were going to come down day one. They didn't come down.
Fuel
Prices.
Yeah.
And the inequality in taxes. This is that. I think once if you see protests and you see things not change, then it's just you'll start seeing major changes. History will repeat itself.
Amazon yesterday reached a $2.5 billion settlement with the Federal Trade Commission, ending their civil trial over claims that it enrolled customers in Prime without consent and intentionally made cancellations difficult. $2.5 billion is who is what they're writing the check for. And Sherilyn last night was like, "That's chump change for them."
Yeah.
But
yeah, become part of your community.
I'm just seeing here.
Stop depending on the federal government.
Without admitting wrongdoing, Amazon is going to pay $1 billion civil penalty, the largest in FTC history, and refund $1.5 billion to affected customers. I was wondering who they're writing the check to. So $1.5 billion is getting refunded to affected customers. I wonder if that's you. I wonder if you'll be getting a check.
I'm getting a check from Facebook. I got that email because I filled out that thing back in the day.
Really?
Yeah. I remember filling it out, and I was like, and I Googled it, and they were like, no, it's a real thing. And I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to fill it out.
There's over 200 million paying members of Prime.
No shit.
$24 billion, I'm just reading here, $24 billion in subscription revenue in the first half of 2025, Rex. Keep an eye on your mailbox.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out Kidders Interior.
Mm-hmm.
They're a huge supporter of us up at Granite City.
Yeah, they are.
I got Tucker's Seamless Gutters.
Yeah.
I've got Vermont Clean and Green from Dave Sheridan. H Bros, Tree Service, Comfort Inn, Wilkins Harley Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all those people for their support for Donnybrook Fight Promotions. Yeah. You know what? I want to give another shout out to a local guy. Awesome fucking dude. I cannot wait to watch him grow into bringing back the huge WWF guys up here to the auditorium. I know it's going to happen. And that's Adam Lash at Green Mountain Wrestling. You know, he's pushing.
He's working his ass off.
He's working his ass off. So I can see that guy having really big things around here. So one of the things we're going to do is when we buy our next canvas is we're going to put their logo on there. We're trying to figure out some way to do a little co-op so that we can help advertise each other's shows.
Good.
For them. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited. I like those big shows. They're a lot of fun. And if we can help another local guy like that grow just like we did, you know, we were that.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day, the redneck ruckus
I do.
inside of the Moose Club
In Williamstown.
So Adam
Sure.
Lash, like,
You know
I
what I'd love to
remember
see?
that.
I'd love to see you put back a couple of shots of Jameson and get in the ring with some of these Green Mountain Wrestling fighters and see what happens. See how badly they beat your ass.
I gotta heal. I got 4 more months to heal.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 4 more months. I just barely got my brace off
So
for my arm.
speaking of shoulders, arms,
Yep.
I'm getting a new shoulder, and I am absolutely freaking out about it. I mean,
My father-in-law just did,
I'll
man.
be
He's
honest with
great,
you.
doing good. So I'll tell you what.
6 months to a year of rehab and shit. It's all
dude. You can.
It's all titanium.
Get to the gym, do a little cardio, start hitting a sauna, and then the week before, 5 days before you go into surgery, you're going to start taking 600 milligrams of acetaminophen and 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. You're going to build that up in your system.
Trump says I shouldn't be taking acetaminophen, though.
You're not pregnant. You'll be fine. Oh, you might be.
I might be pregnant.
Just tell him, you say, hey, it's a baby elephant. I know. I went to peace on his trunk coming out. So anyway, you're going to take acetaminophen.
Wow.
You're going to take Motrin. And what that does, it builds up in your system as like a painkiller. And then when you come out, you
Goddamn
start
nerve
right on
block is going to be the
Oh, that
painkiller,
nerve
buddy.
block
I'm getting
sucks,
I'm getting a
dude.
nerve block.
That nerve block
Right in the neck.
sucks. I fucking
Right in the jungular.
I hated that. That was the worst. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, during the nerve block and during that, you're going to continue that regimen. And I'm telling you right now, you'll thank me because I didn't take any painkillers coming out. Neither did my father-in-law. He just that stayed right on that regimen there.
So I'm freaking out for a lot of reasons.
Yep.
For a lot of reasons. I do not want a titanium shoulder. I don't. But it's constantly
Winter Soldier. Temu version.
it is constantly popping out, and I don't have to do anything. It's just like just sitting here. It's gone out in the last.
Is it like a party trick? You get drunk, you're like, hey guys. Boop.
Oh, no, I mean literally.
Does it hurt?
If oh my god,
I'm going to try it on you.
sleeping.
No. Like when it pops out,
sneezing.
does it hurt when it pops out?
Here's the concern. I'm a left-hand, and I'll just be honest. I'm a left-hand wiper. I wipe with the left hand.
That's weird. You right with the right hand?
Wipe with the left hand.
And that's the shoulder that's getting...
It's the left one. It's the one. That's the one that I'm getting the new shoulder.
See, that's my problem. Mine was a right hand. I'm a righty.
I came over to your house for weeks and wiped you.
I know.
It's payback
I
time.
still appreciate it.
I know. It's payback time, bitch. You're coming over to my house and you're going to be wiping my rear.
I'll
Rex?
try to find the time.
Please. You owe me, bro.
I do owe you.
You owe me.
Man.
Going out with you know what's unbelievable though?
What's that?
There's people that believe us.
I know, right?
I'm going out with something that I've got to. My buddy Sergeant Rick Yarish,
Okay.
who's on the monitor right now. He's in the Big Apple this weekend for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation's 5K run and walk. And to honor the sacrifice of firefighters who ran through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel to the World Trade Center on 9/11 to support first responders, military members, and their families.
That's awesome.
And this is an annual thing that takes place in New York City. And it traces a path from the tunnel to the 9/11 memorial. And the funds raised are going to support the foundation's charitable programs. Not only is he a veteran, but you can also see he's got one leg. He was blown up off his Bradley in Iraq.
Shit.
Covered in diesel fuel and was burning alive and was pretty much left for dead. And here he is doing that, representing, yes, Sweethearts and Heroes, but and of course Tom Murphy is there with him as well, but representing a lot more than just Sweethearts and Heroes. What he's doing is just amazing.
Okay.
And I'm so proud of him.
That's
and
awesome.
I mean, look at these pictures. Look at these pictures. These are just coming in right now. These are pictures right now in New York City.
That's awesome.
Isn't that something? This guy is such a badass. Wonderful human being right there.
Oh, that's the guy from Sweethearts and Heroes.
Yes.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he's there right now doing
You know
this.
who's another local Vermonter? He lives down south now. I wish he was up here because we could have him on. But was Colonel Robin Pickell. He was a Special Forces colonel that lost both of his legs in Pakistan. And
wow, man.
well, he came back to Special Forces and he created the Thor program. And the Thor program was for amputees, for special operators and stuff like that, so they could get back down range and be warfighters again.
Wow.
He was the first Special Forces soldiers to go back down range onto an ODA team. But he graduated with me in 91 in Spalding High School.
Where is he right now?
I believe he lives right outside of Fort Bragg.
Does he ever come back home?
I don't know. I haven't seen him since we all left for high school because I left for the Army when I was 17. He went on to college, got a degree, and then went in the Army and was a colonel. He did ROTC. Oh, you know who he went to school with was Amy Trombley, Amy Nolan. Oh. From the state police.
What a great lady she
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, she's good friends with him also.
I'd love to have her back in here.
Yeah, why not? Just get a hold of her.
She's been on before.
Absolutely.
She's a little shy. A little bit.
I could poke her.
Humble.
I'd poke her.
Would you? Please tell her to get in here, okay?
I can get her to open up.
Listen, enjoy the weekend. Be safe. Don't risk your life or someone else's this weekend. If you plan to drink, don't drive, please. All right? It's Friday. The weather's going to be fantastic this weekend. Rex is going to be out in the backyard with his Speedo.
Son and myself.
Yeah.
Son and myself.
Look, we all know there's a ton of negative and heavy shit that we're all carrying around in this world.
Not me. Let it go. Let it go. You know what?
And
think about it, especially if you're angry about something and there's zero consequences to the other person, what is your anger doing? You're just angry. Like, I could be angry at my wife and she just looks at me as fuck you. Yeah. So there's no consequences.
Sure.
So what is it? It's just I'm angry. Yeah. So that's it. I have no fuck it.
What do you say to people who listen to you on Friday mornings and say, Rex, you're a complete asshole?
I've earned that title.
Take a deep breath, people. You don't have to agree.
No. My personality doesn't match with everybody. My energy doesn't match with everybody. And when I die and my energy goes in the universe, it's not going to connect with those people. It's not going to. My energy is always going to connect with the people I connect with. And so once you realize that and you stop trying to please everybody and realize, hey, that energy is not the same as mine.
Do you know what I've been told?
So we won't connect.
Do you know what I've been told? I'm dead serious.
What?
That guy that you got on Fridays, the bald dude who fights. Cannot stand that freaking guy. But I watch every Friday. You don't have to. And actually, we don't want you to agree
don't
with
get
everything
angry,
that is coming out of our foolish mouths. Lighten up. Have some perspective.
No, I'm pretty open-minded.
Think
I'll listen
objectively.
to what they have to say.
Think objectively.
I've changed my position before.
Familiarize yourself with what others are saying, other networks.
So check this out.
People,
Okay.
People that you might not agree
really
with.
Cool. Something really, really cool is a way that CIA agents relate to people is from their perspective. So that's like one of the first things they learn in training, because they have to be able to spark a conversation. They have to be able to relate to somebody to get somebody to open up. And how do you get them to open up?
Yeah.
You look through their eyes, their perspective. Why do they think this way?
Or why do they feel this way?
Why do they feel this way? Why do they have? You know what I did is I reached out, even though I didn't. I have no feelings for that kid Charlie Kirk. I have no feelings whatsoever. I don't. I feel empathy for his family. I thought that was a horrible thing that happened, but I had friends on the left that took that opportunity to troll, say it was good. I took that opportunity. I reached out to my friends on the right and asked if they were okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We all need some resolve. We all need some
100%.
some quiet space. We all need to take a deep breath. Just be quiet and spend more time listening and not arguing your point.
Yeah.
Even-
Try not to be right. Try to figure out why they feel that way.
Even if you've
What is
right,
going on?
why do they feel that way?
Why?
Exactly.
What
Even
makes
if
them feel
you've
that way?
convinced yourself that you're right, and that's very difficult to do.
You can be happy or you can be right. Isn't that what I tell my wife?
Yeah.
I tell her that.
How does that go over?
She tells me
How's
that.
that work?
She's like, you can be happy or you can be right. Sometimes I still want to be right. That's fucked up, isn't it?
Dan's got it right.
What's that?
We need more love in the world too. We do.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You know it.
But that comes with community. That comes back to community. You know what I mean? What if we were pieces of shit and ate up our planet up on Mars and did all that? And maybe we had AI war up there already, and we came down here and the indigenous people were the Neanderthals and we took over another planet. Maybe that's what we need. We need to get back to community. Maybe that's why I like the fight so much. We get out. We get to see each other. It's for a purpose. You know what I mean?
I would like to take a chemical analysis of what's in your coffee this morning.
Oh, there's okay. I'll be honest. No,
What's in
I'm
there?
not going to be honest. This is not whiskey. This is straight black coffee.
It's not whiskey?
No,
Okay.
the empty edible package is not in my coffee.
You sure you're saying the truth there, James?
Don't get my secret away. And that was just one time. That was a good time. That autumn festival. I think I'm going to do that every single time.
God, Lord, help us. Please don't.
I was just wearing that little volunteer shirt. I had a good time. Sat and talked with Bob Tassi and Lindsay and her husband. It was a real good time, man. I'd do that again. I do that every year.
Thank you for coming in, Rex.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
What's that?
I gotta go to work.
I know you do.